Yoshi Kanai versus John Brzenk. As I do some cardio. Gotta do cardio when you're massive. So, I met Yoshi and John actually at the same event. I met both of them in Japan in 1999. John was there to win the money. There was a money event. I think they were giving away $5,000 to first place and maybe a little bit to second and a little bit to third. Countries could put in their two best guys into the event. John pulled the left-handed tournament. I think he won the 220-pound division. I think he may have actually even faced me that day. I don't remember. And yeah, he went on to win that right-handed world pro event at the World Championships. Yoshinobu Kanai was there, much lighter. I think he was in the 80 kilo division, and he won. I believe he won both right and left arm. I remember he definitely won a gold medal, and I think he very well may have won two. Yeah, I think he was 80 kilo at the time. And, John is very well known. Everybody knows John Brzenk. Yoshi was full, at that time, he was full of bravado. The way I recall him, the way I remember watching him, full of bravado. Big energy, big presence. I remember that night. I'm pretty sure Yoshi broke his arm on the after-pull table. I'm not sure against who. If anybody knows who Yoshi broke his arm against, put in the comments below. I remember hearing he broke his arm. His brother, I think his name was Kingeki Kanai. He was pulling the super heavyweight. And he won the gold medal as well. I think he won gold. Mike Gould won the left gold. But I think Kingeki, I think I'm saying his name right, won the right. And I remember they had another brother who was in the crowd walking around. They were very loud. It was a great match. The Kanai brothers did very, very well that day and left a lasting impression on me. I remember Yoshi appearing again. I think it was around the time of pulling John. John was invited out to Japan, and they had a super match. And I haven't watched the video in a while, but the way I remember it is John won somewhat comfortably, and then I remember he got in some trouble. And then I think that he ended up finishing the match in a very quick flop wrist press towards the end. But it was a little bit of a back and forth match. I have the feeling that John may have done his typical thing where he lets out rope and wants to beat him a certain way and may have got himself in some trouble. But I remember in the end, John won with an amazing transition to a flop press after some long, hard matches. I remember Yoshi kind of reappeared into the arm wrestling scene a lot in Arm Wars. Super heavyweight Yoshi. Different dude, stronger, bigger, endurant. Had amazing matches. And I remember he injured himself at an Arm Wars on top of it's that big event where we had 8 people. I pulled Don Underwood in the finals and Travis that day, left-handed, and there was a lot of the top super heavyweights were there, the gathering. It was a big Arm Wars event. And Yoshi blew his bicep round 1 with Don Underwood. Disappeared again for a bit. And then I remember he reappeared again to have a match with John Brzenk. And he beat him. He beat him with the King's move. I couldn't help but feel like, so many times with John, the match means a lot to the other person. When someone faces John, it means a ton to the other person. Doesn't always mean the most to John. John's the greatest. His resume is bigger than anybody's. Another match to John is another match. But typically, if you're having a match with John, it's your biggest match. So, I always take the results with just a little grain of salt. But Yoshi did beat him. He did. And just with what I've kind of understood throughout the years is two things. Yoshi Kanai holds John in very high regard. I've seen videos where Yoshi talks about how meaningful it is for him to face John. I saw it in Pulling John, and I've just seen it over the years, and I know how much it means to Yoshi to face him. And I also know that John Brzenk does not like to lose to people twice. I know very much that if John has lost to somebody, it's not just a match for him anymore. So, here we are, 2025, March 29th in Arlington, Texas. The main event is going to be Yoshi Kanai versus John Brzenk. I'm not sure if they have a weight cap. Won't be surprised if it's a 105. Won't be surprised if it's somewhere between 95 and 105 kilo. I can't see it. Maybe it's open. Maybe they don't care. Doesn't really matter because the weight between them is similar. It is. We just saw Yoshi in his last outing. Incredible match with Todd Hutchings. Really good. Yoshi showed that he's not been sleeping. Okay. Great match. Really. Really great match. And he's still got that open top style. He's still got that open pronating, really difficult to pin style. Last we saw John, I believe it was Leonidas down in Orlando, where it was a amazing fight. Maybe I'm missing something, but I think that's the last time. Now, the rumor is that John's having back surgery. And Yoshi's like my age. Yoshi's like 49. John is going to be 61. He's 60. I heard he's having lower back surgery. I don't know any details. I heard that on the podcast the other day. And I heard that, well, there's rumors that this is his retirement match. Which is really, for me, it's hard to believe. Because, you just associate the guy with arm wrestling and you think, a guy like John Brzenk, always arm wrestle. Always. He's been arm wrestling a long time. But we have to think that there is a chance that we don't know. I don't know the details, but it's a big deal. John going in for surgery after this match, and there's a lot of speculation that he might not be back for a while. He may retire. I don't know. I'm sure that Renee, his wife, is telling him that she just wants to enjoy the time with him. I know that life is a gift, and arm wrestling is wonderful. Obviously, John Brzenk has given a lot to the sport of arm wrestling. I think he's had a lot of fun arm wrestling. But I'm sure that there's a lot in John Brzenk's life that could take him a different direction. It's going to be an amazing match. Amazing match. Can't wait to watch it. Yoshi and John, I'll tell you, it's going to be tough. Tough to beat Yoshi. It's going to be tough to beat John. I know who I'll be cheering for. Let's go Team West. See you guys in like 12 days.